starts and never ends. Tune and lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Hey, everybody. I hope all is well with each and every single one of you, okay? Welcome and glad to have you here. I'm going to get something off my chest and then we're going to move on because I'm not going to be beholden to nothing at all, okay? Higher is Wayne, low is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me tell you that iconic intro there. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome and glad to have you here. So, I'm gonna be real with y'all on something. Y'all should know my mouth by now, okay? Y'all should know my mouth by now. Y'all should know my mouth by now. We went live and made it do what it do, right? And I mentioned, good friend of mine, T-Talk with your girl. And I had no malice in my heart when I said what I said, right? Now, I do cover, more, hot topics and stuff like that of other things. But that did not mean that T-Talk with your girl is not a great content creator. I did want to say that first of all. I went on her channel, said sorry, this, that, and the third. Never been a hater at all. Never been, for one. Number two, I was there in the early days where I was her first subscriber. And through the AL stuff and her son, the car wreck and stuff. So my heart for T-Talk will never change. I just want that to be unequivocally clear. Unequivocally clear. Okay? So I give my moments. It is what it is. I said sorry publicly. At that point, that's all I can do, child. Okay? I can't do nothing more, nothing else. You know what I mean? So it's all good in the neighborhood. I'm going to keep going on with my mission. T-Talk's going to keep going on with her mission, and we're going to be good in the neighborhood. I'm proud to drop the T as well. She has done her thing. T-Talk has done her thing. Ebony Best has got 12,000 subscribers. I'm good over here. I am good. Okay? So just wanted to get that off my chest. Now, with that being said, welcome in, everybody, and glad to have all of you here, okay? All right, let's get to it. So I was at Dunkin' Donuts today, right? And I saw this, and I wanted to bring this to y'all. And I did not know Megan Thee Stallion had a deal with Dunkin' Donuts. I had no idea. But look at this. Dunkin' pumps up push into protein with fitness-themed ads. In spots made with RS Equity, Megan Thee Stallion takes the role of Proteina, a pep instructor in the Richard Simmons mold. So this is Megan's Mango. Now, listen, I never had it before, right? Never had it before. But in the same token, I had Megan's mango smoothie today, or Megan's mango protein drink. To the gods, very good. And this will relate to MTV, right? Dunkin' is promoting a menu lineup centered around a new protein milk offering with help from Megan Thee Stallion per new share with Marketing Dive in a 60-second spot called Dunk and Pump. The rapper takes on the role of Protein, an alter ego who hosts a retro fitness program where people working out while sipping Dunkin' protein refreshers and other protein-rich items from the brand, including protein lattes. RS Equity is behind the crave, which will appear across TV, out of home, digital, and social. In addition, the coffee chain is releasing. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Dunk and Pump merchandise will collaborate with workout brands Bala and Solid Core throughout January. Dive Insight. Dunkin' has expanded its range of protein forward menu offerings as many consumers renew commitments to fitness and sign up for gym memberships as a part of their New Year's resolutions. The Inspire brand's chain introduction protein milk follows key rivals like Starbucks, making protein a bigger piece of their innovation strategies in response to consumer trends. U.S. government officials have recently recommended higher protein and dairy intake for consumers as well. So here's the commercial.
What's up, hotties? It's your girl Megan Thee Stallion, aka the Hot Girl Coach, aka Proteina, and it's time to grab those protein refreshers and start pumping. Reach out and sip. Yeah, you like that? Okay, ladies,
She's into her back. Do you hear me?
Strawberry mango. Get that strawberry. It's time to target the muscles that matter the most.
I love it.
Your sip muscles. And sip, and sip, and sip. Now let's bring it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of these pieces.
That's a hair color for me.
6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10. All of your exes gonna want you again.
Not the camera.
Turn around, that thing be banging.
Yes.
Turn around,
Good
that thing be
stuff,
banging.
man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of these pieces spin ahead. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of your exes gonna want you again. New protein refreshers, only at Dunkin'.
Come on, Megan. That's what I'm talking about, child. Yes, indeed. 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 Man, I gotta tell you something. That's absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very proud of Megan Thee Stallion for sure. You know what I mean? So oh my Lord Jesus. Child. You know what I've come to realize, y'all? At the beginning, middle, end of the day, some people in life do not recognize your humanity. That's what I've come to realize. We all have had a moment in time, okay? We all had a moment in time where we might have done something, and when we try to do the right thing, it ain't received. But also, too, you do not have to be beholden, okay, to somebody trying to mollywop you because you try to do the right thing. So, anyway, child, back to our show. Dunkin's Fitness asked Megan Thee Stallion takes a page from old school video fitness programs. Think Richard Simmons or Jane Fonda, where peppy instructors in color coordinated bodysuits shout out motivational phrases. Proteina's jazzercise routine features an original track penned by Megan Thee Stallion that's focused on movements that end in sipping Dunkin' protein refreshers, including Megan's mango and strawberry flavored variants. Ars Equity, the production shop co-founded by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, handled the creative. Oh, that's awesome. Along with the protein fueled refresher and latte lineup, Dunkin' is letting guests add protein milk as a drink customization option. A medium drink will featuring the add-on will only carry 15 grams of protein according to the announcement. A merchandise collection tied to the campaign features vintage theme Dunkin' workout gear and cropped t-shirts, while the brands also collaborate with two fitness-oriented brands, Mala and Solid Core. The former is released with a pair of Dunkin' weighted dangles for wrists and ankles, while the latter will host workout classes with customized playlists supported by Dunkin' at Select Studios nationwide from January 14th through the 16th. Dunk and Pump extends Dunkin's streak of enlisting celebrities to push new and seasonal items, often in collaboration with Ars Equity. In 2025, Dunkin' kicked off the year with innuendo-laced commercials where pop singer Sabrina Carpenter promoted shaken espresso beverages. Now, I wanted to read this for one because I love Megan Thee Stallion, and just the fact that she's even at Dunkin' is crazy. But also, too, it relates to this article from Variety.com right here. Right here, right here. Key takeaways from Variety's Business of Careers Summit at CES 2026. So right here, careers are redefining entertainment, giving brands new opportunities. Right here, kicking off the event was Carrie Nelson, head of brand marketing at Samsung Ads, who told the artists that careers are revolutionizing how stories are told, how communities form, how artists connect, and how brands show up in those moments. It's a redefinition of what entertainment can be and who gets to shape it. In that context, she highlights Samsung TV Plus, the company's free ad-supported television fast streaming service. Samsung TV Plus, which counts for more than 88 million monthly active users, features a lineup of creator-driven channels, including those from YouTube creator Mr. Beast, aka Jimmy Donaldson, Darmon, Michelle Carr, and the Try Guys. Nielsen concluded for advertisers, the opportunity is huge. Premium brand safe environments paired with authentic storytelling, measurable outcomes all in one place. Number two, being a full-time creator is exhausting, but fans crave authentic voices. So it's a 24/7 job. I think consistency is key in this space. I do think if you take some time off, your engagement takes a severe hit. And when you need to come back, you need to make sure you come back with a banger video. I say 24/7 because even if I'm having a conversation with someone, I'm still thinking of ideas for how I can elevate myself and create more IP and all of that. Stocking added, my dad's still confused on what I do. So that's the second point there. New Hollywood power players, the rise of careers on TV. Not every YouTuber is going to be right for television, says Tashaki Natko, VP of Content and Program for Samsung TV Plus. Those who do make the leap are those who create content in a perfect manner, who are engaged with the data or data, who can adapt and change quickly and produce relatively inexpensive in this new world and put stuff on TV that have people come and watch it. So there is that there. And then the career personality type are careers just born with je ne sais quoi that lets them aggregate a fan base. Raina Apraski, CEO and co-founder of Influence Management Agency BBA and co-head of UTA Unite Talent Agency, career shared some thoughts. Something sort of interesting about the career economy is we all know those people, whether it was like in high school, present day, who have that sort of personality where they are oversharers. Whether or not Instagram existed, this was going to happen in living rooms, on a group chat, wherever. That's sort of the essence, I think, of the most successful creators. And then the affinity economy, which we talked about this morning, right? With the one, the only Evan Shapiro, right? So we talked about that with Evan Shapiro this morning with the media mind map, and he talked about how old Hollywood and new Hollywood are going to be colliding a lot more, right? So there is that. Metrics used to track the influence of digital creators have been and among followers, comments, shares, and likes. Evan Shapiro, veteran producer and entertainment industry executive who now calls himself a media choreographer, says we need to move to what I call the affinity economy built around key passion indices. For example, he said, how quickly does a go from first view to buying a t-shirt? You can measure that shit. According to Shapiro, BBC Studios does it all the time with Bluey. ITV does it all the time with Love Island. His point, you don't need to scale for scale's sake. Once you build an audience, you'll also be able to monetize it in a way where you and your fans are in agreement, he said. And I believe, this is the last point here. I believe, no, a couple more points. Okay, a couple more points. All good. They're all good. Okay. So a power combo bringing live shopping to the creator era. Sandy Hawkins previously led the launch of TikTok's live shopping business in North America. Now she's 1 month into the job as CEO of Talk Shop Live, which provides a platform to let brands and creators host live stream entertainment events that are designed to, of course, sell you stuff. Now, of course, you think about TikTok Shop, right? When you are on TikTok and you're scrolling and you're seeing all the live streams like Goldie Gummies and skincare, those are usually the biggest ones. But also too, you also see like War Balls being sold. That's shopping online, but it's like QVC or HSN, right? Home Shopping Network. So you have that. Then you have empowering voices from across the spectrum. Substack, the newsletter and podcast publishing platform, has garnered attention as a place where some big-name journalists have set up shop after leaving their outlets, including Paul Kiernan, ex New York Times streamer Costa ex CNN and Rashad Hassim, and all that sort of stuff gets a lot of attention, and we love it. And there are a lot of people being able to leave, or how can I put it? There's a lot of people that have been let go and they have found new life through the world of social media, which is a blessing. And then why Marriott sees creators as key to breaking through the clutter. Becky Rowe, Chief Customer Officer at Marriott International, says the hotel operator wants to move social first in its marketing because it's such a different ways that even from different perspectives, the same hotel and the same experience can come to life in multiple ways. So I will say for travel content creators, whether they are doing shorts about the hotel, whether they doing, vlogging in real life about the city that they're in, travel content is definitely one of the hugest, verticals for content creation. Oasis unlock the future of marketing. In the event's final panel, industry experts discuss the best practices and going forward trends for brands and working with creators as an integral part of their marketing strategies. Cameron Curtis, Executive Vice President Global Digital Marketing at Warner Brothers Studio Group, says his team approaches the relationship with creators as co-authorship. That's probably the biggest change for us, is that we work with creators at every step of our campaigns. So it's giving creators control, which it's hard for Hollywood to give control because they're always at the top, right? Hollywood's here, content creators are here. But now it's like creators need Hollywood and Hollywood needs creators, because creators are doing stuff that Hollywood cannot do, and Hollywood has to reach that creators are trying to get, right? So with all that being said, I believe that's all that said. Yep, that's all that said. Now let's get to this, because this news is why we're here. Okay, this news is why we are here. So this came out earlier today. I wanted to speak to you guys about it. Paramount Skydance seeks strategic partners to help reinvent MTV. Paramount Skydance Corp is looking to revive MTV with the music industry's help by acquiring a stake in the cable network. Paramount wants to recast MTV as more than just a cable network and bring the focus back to music to bolster its streaming service, Paramount Plus. Paramount is looking to find a strategic partner for MTV this year to begin a transition before its next negotiations with major pay TV providers in 2027. Now, of course, you could think Napster, you could think Spotify, you could think Apple Music, right? Those would be the easy streamers. That would be very easy to do, right? So, oh my God, child. Wow. That's not even the case, child. Child. That was not the case at all. Child. I can't do it, y'all. I just can't. I'm gonna just continue on, child, because y'all are here for a show. Okay. Anyway, like I said, Paramount Skydance Corp is looking to revive MTV and wants the music industry's help. Paramount has spoken with several major companies and leading music industry figures about acquiring a stake of the cable network. According to people familiar with the matter, Paramount has hired financial advisors to help identify a strategic partner that will invest money into MTV and offer additional assets like music rights or connections to top artists, said the people who declined to be identified because the talks are ongoing. And also, too, you got to think of record labels as well. Capitol Records. You got to think of Motown and many other record labels. So record labels, streamers, Monster could be a part of it. Gold Candy, the headphone companies as well. So So yeah, it's all good in the neighborhood. Once a thriving business, MTV has withered over the last 2 decades and surrendered its place at the epicenter of pop culture. The network averaged fewer than 200,000 viewers a night in prime time last year, ranking below networks such as Ion, Mystery, Newsmax, and Oxford, according to Nielsen data or data. Paramount believes it can reinvigorate MTV by recasting it more as than just cable network and bring the focus back to music. MTV started in 1981 as a channel airing music videos before evolving into a home for reality TV programming like The Real World, Jersey Shore. Paramount wants to use this music program to bolster its streaming service, Paramount Plus. Film and TV producer David Ellison acquired control of Paramount in August. He's putting revigorating brands like MTV and CBS News among his priorities. If he finds a strategic partner for MTV, the strategy could serve as the template for other Paramount businesses. Paramount is looking to find a partner this year so it can begin the transition before its next negotiations with major pay TV providers in 2027. The company isn't interested in selling the network outright and may not end up doing any deals. Ellison is also trying to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery, which he will not do because Netflix won that. And if he's successful, that acquisition will add considerably more debt to Paramount. It will also make Paramount the largest owner of cable networks in the U.S. This is the first time someone has tried to reinvent MTV. Prior leaders have revived MTV News, brought back old hits, and created a new version of Total Request for Live, a daily music countdown show. Nothing worked. Paramount shut down MTV's 24-hour music channels in select countries at the end of last year. So yes, it did. So. Anyway, so all that being said, I saw this article from medium.com. And like I said, I have a plan to revive MTV. Hey, Linnell Stiller, good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you. And thank you very much. I'm not going to be beholden to anything or to anybody or to feeling bad about myself because I had a moment. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, child. So with that being said, is MTV ready for its encore? Why the brand needs a modern makeover? This is from Odd Boy Dora rather. So this is a 2-minute read here. Is MTV ready for its encore while the brand needs a modern makeover? Remember rushing home after school, the thrill of flipping on the TV and diving headfirst into the world of MTV? For me, and probably for a lot more of you, MTV wasn't just a channel. It was a cultural phenomenon. It was the soundtrack to our lives, introducing us to everything from the raw energy of rock and roll to the infectious beats of hip-hop, Meatloaf, Bon Jovi, Aerosmith, Snoop Dogg. Total, MTV was the gatekeeper, tastemaker, and the ultimate music authority. So when I heard about Paramount shutting down some of its 24/7 channels, the future of MTV felt a little uncertain. It hit me hard. After all, MTV helped shape my generation's musical identity. It's more than just a logo. It's a legacy. The thought of MTV fading away, just becoming another relic of the past, is honestly a little depressing. But here's the thing, I don't think it has to. I believe MTV can not only survive but thrive in today's digital world. The key is evolution. Paramount needs to see MTV not as a fading memory, but a brand with immense potential right for a modern revival. We are living in a world dominated by streaming services, social media, and online communities. MTV needs to jump on that bandwagon. Think about the power of viral trends, the influence of online personalities, and the sheer reach of social media platforms. Imagine MTV partnering with a major social media platform to amplify its content, discover new artists, and connect with a whole new generation of music lovers. This platform works. Lots of songs have gotten airplay and acknowledgement from this platform alone. That's why I feel partnering with this platform will be a positive venture for the MTV brand. It's about more than just playing music video. Though let's be honest, a return to that wouldn't hurt. It's about creating content, fostering online communities, becoming a central hub for music discovery and cultural commentary. It's about leveraging the power of influencers, collaborating fashion brands, and tapping into the trends that are shaping youth culture. MTV should just be remembered as a channel that brought these videos into our living rooms. It should be recognized as the brand that adapted, evolved, and continued to champion music and culture of the digital age. So, Paramount, please don't let MTV become a thing of the past. Invest in its future, embrace innovation, and let MTV continue to inspire and entertain for another 45 years and beyond. And hey, when all this works out, remember who gave you the idea, okay? With a winking emoji. Very well done. Very well done. So, I wanted to bring this conversation to you all because I really do believe, sincerely, I really do believe that at the beginning, middle, end of the day, I do think MTV can stick around. So, wanted to bring up a couple of things, right? And then we're going to get into the revival process of MTV because I do have a plan. So here we go here. So this is from Decider.com. MTV's TRL reboot has been a bigger ratings disaster than you think. Okay. We're only a week and a half to MTV's whole request live resistance, and things are going quite poorly after debut last Monday that saw off the chart awkwardness, including an inability to navigate tone amid the news of the Las Vegas powering, multiple live TV snafus, and hosts who didn't seem to know the first thing about the pop stars they were interviewing. Things haven't gotten much better. The TV ratings are bearing that out. That Affleck video is the only TRL revival that anyone cares about. Unlike actual train wrecks, the new TRL is a disaster that many people saw coming, but still placed 146 out of 150 shows is horrific. So right here, MTV 3:30 p.m., 0.5 rating there, 119,000 people. Yeah, according to Showbiz, daily TRL's ratings in the 18 to 49 demo for Monday, October 9th, were 0.05, only pulling in 118,000 viewers, ranking it 144th on TV for the day. This was down from the already low 166,000 viewers that it premiered with a week prior. By Tuesday, the 10th ratings report, the show had fallen out of the top 150 altogether. The MTV reboot was premiered that Monday with oh my God, with a clusterfuck of an episode that was almost too hard to believe, rife with technical glitches, including its host, our own Leah Pirali, called it a mess in every sense of the word. There was nothing about the show that would hook young people to make them feel as though they were being heard or that their interests were being represented and reflected back at them. It was just a flashy, way too bright mess that Ed Sheeran was really sweet to put up with. With TRL, MTV was attempting to recapture one of its last big zeitgeist moments when it was a cultural force. With a yearning to appeal to the YouTube generation, MTV has produced what Pitchfork is calling a spectacular failure. By all quantitative and qualitative measures, MTV's thirstiest overture to Gen Z is failing. You think a network that just premiered a reality series on the assumption that lives of young people bear little resemblance to those of teens 20 years ago will understand why reviving a zeitgeisty show from the 90s wouldn't work. What's most baffling about the new TRL isn't that it's a disaster, it's that MTV didn't realize it would be. The cold comfort of it all is that even if TRL is a spectacular failure, not many people are there to witness it. So that's what they said, right? So with that being said, wanted to bring this up here too. From Deadline.com, TRL to add daily morning show as a part of franchise expansion on MTV. Okay. MTV has expanded its revival of TRL. The network made the announcement in response to a report claiming it had been canceled. TRL has been a huge success for us. We're expanding the franchise with daily, late night, and morning shows this summer, said an MTV spokesperson. The afternoon TRL show, currently on planned hiatus, will return on the air on April 9th as scheduled. The half-hour late-night edition of TRL, which launched last month, will continue to air Monday and Tuesday at 11 p.m. In the summer, likely in June. MTV plans to expand to a strip, also launch an hour-long daily morning edition, titled TRL AM, which will be very music-driven and informally described as a visual Spotify. Oh my God. All three TRL leader shows on the network will also have digital versions on digital and social media. The exact length of the afternoon TRL show, which will air between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. is unclear. It started off as an hour long, and as of January 22nd, it was cut to half an hour. MTV's long-running video countdown show, Total Request Live, originally premiered in 1997 with Carson Daly as the host, where viewers would vote on the top music videos of the day. It later grew into a massive spectacle, filming live inside MTV's Times Square studio. Was rebranded TRL, the hour-long show. Aired daily, it became a hotspot for musicians as well as stars from TV and film. Daly left his hosting duties in 2003, and the position was taken over by various DJs until it ended in November 2008 for a 3-hour total live finale. MTV relaunched TRL in October 2017 to mixed reviews and soft ratings, but MTV brass have called it a success when factoring in both its linear and digital performance like its predecessor. The new version airs daily from a newly revamped Times Square studio with hosts that have included Amy Fraud, Lucy Youngfly, Eric Zachary, Lawrence Jackson, and Tamara D, with correspondent Liza Kosher. So that was from Deadline. And then right here, from the Hollywood Report, MTV expanded TRL franchise to add late night and morning editions. Network President Chris McCarthy talks with THR about his plans to air versions of the franchise over 3 parts by summer. So this is the old studio. Now that's Good Morning America, where it used to be. And of course, CBS Mornings moved into the TRL studio, right? But they're no longer there. They're back at the CBS Broadcast Center. Right here, MTV confirmed that it is expanding the Total Request Live franchise, fast-tracking an hour-long weekday morning edition, Total Request AM, which was set to air in the summer, to launch on Monday, April 23rd at 8 a.m. MTV News veteran Slade Calloway will host, and a co-host will be announced shortly. The morning edition will air with limited commercials, and feature musical performances, celebrity interviews, and the music video countdown. Meanwhile, the revived TRL Afternoon Edition will be pushed back from its early April return to air in tandem with the morning version on April 23rd at 3 p.m. The Total Request Late Night Edition will expand to 3 nights a week in the summer and to 4 nights by year's end. Previously, Total Request Live, MTV's reboot of the former Carson Daly music and interview show, is not going anywhere. In fact, the Viacom-owned cable network plans to grow the franchise to include 3 different day parts. After TMZ posted that MTV is canceling the revived TRL, network president Chris McCarthy will also oversee VH1 Logo. Logo is an LGBTQIA+ network. VH1 used to be under MTV, but then it moved over to BET many years back. Spoke with the Hollywood Report about his plan to expand beyond the current afternoon edition, which, contrary to reports, will return in April as planned, as well as morning and late night offshoots. All told, a version of TRL will air 3 times a day on the linear network starting this summer. According to McCarthy, is thriving. We're expanding the franchise and we'll have 3 TRLs by summer. McCarthy tells THR the revival's October premiere just drew 166,000 live same-day viewers. TRL has delivered incredible growth on linear, and we've experienced 2 to 3 times the growth in our video streams. And TRL is a big piece of it. And that's why we are expanding. We want more. MTV has been quietly planning an on-air late-night version of the franchise, Total Request Late Night, which started February 19th, has been airing twice a week at 11 p.m. and will expand that to 4 nights a week come summer. McCarthy says it's a top 3 series at 11 p.m. He notes of the evening series, which is up 180% among adults 18 to 34 over the previous program. The half-hour series is currently fronted by girl code breakout Nessa. Nessa is a huge radio personality. I believe she was on Hot 97, but now she's syndicated, and she is the girlfriend of Colin Kaepernick. Although I don't know if they're married or not yet. Though it's expected to be adding other rotating hosts, the late night version will be part after show, targeting some of MTV's tentpole programs like Jersey Shore, for example, as well as featuring music, live performances, celebrity guests, and more. The series will launch full-time 4 nights a week in the summer and targeting adults 18 to 34. Also in the works for the summer is Total Request AM, which will be a curated Spotify list of sorts and be a pure music play, McCarthy says, without commercials, and feature a more traditional video countdown as well as music performances. A host for the morning version, which will run an hour a day, has not yet been determined. MTV is currently curating both the late night and morning editions without showrunner for the time being. The afternoon version of TRL, which launched on October 2nd, will still return April 9th as planned as a 2-hour block with its roster of rotating hosts and social media stars serving as correspondents. The series, which will feature music videos, interviews, performances, and skits, will shift to focus on a younger demo 12 to 24 when it returns. We've always had the March hiatus plan, McCarthy says, of the flagship afternoon edition. We're expanding to target different demographics and day parts. All 3 versions of TRL will be airing by June. We have no plans of not having TRL on linear network. There won't be a time when we won't have it on. The show has been killing it for us. The afternoon TRL is broadcast live from a state-of-the-art studio that McCarthy has constructed in Times Square behind the Viacom building, where the MTV's East Coast offices are housed. The executive hopes the space becomes a one-stop shop for concerts and other live events as he looks to elevate MTV's brand outside the linear network. TRL has been a big play for McCarthy, who has steered MTV away from scripted and focused more on its roots as a space for the hard-to-reach millennial viewers. The same demo who helped put the network on the map in the 1980s that in McCarthy has revived Jersey Shore, Fear Factor, and other scripted series as it looks to use pricey original scripted fare as core elite tentpole events after wrapping Teen Wolf last year. So, with all that being said, I do have a plan. Always do. So let me pull this up. Because I think with TRL, right? I think with TRL, they have not really done what they needed to do. And so it starts with the network, right? Now, I've talked about MTV being movement television. I have not laid it out before. I'm going to do that right now, live with all of you. So here we go. Movement television, MTV. Behind everything we connect to, there is a movement. Movement television transforms MTV from music television into movement television, the definitive cultural network for documenting, amplifying, and accelerating the movements, shaping how people create, connect, play, and express themselves. MTV becomes the home of what's happening now, what's bubbling next, and what's about to break culture-wide across film, music, television, radio, pop culture, technology, gaming, fandoms, geek nerd culture, the creator economy, and the future of media entertainment. Movement television is not just a channel, it's a cultural operating system. So you got movement television, that's the brand name MTV. So you still got MTV, it's just transitioning. Brand positioning the network that covers culture as motion, not moments. MTV is redefined as the cultural moment that documents how ideas start, spread, remix, and turn into a global phenomenon. Brand promise: MTV shows audiences where culture comes from, what culture is right now, what culture is going next. Brand pillars: movement over moment, stories don't stop at morality, we follow evolution, culture before commercials, authenticity drives relevance, mainstream meets underground, the bridge between the breakout and before the breakout. Number 4, careers are the new studios, elevating independent voices. And number 5, fandom is power. Brand voice: curious, bold, insightful, energetic, unapologetically culture forward. Visual identity evolution: keep the iconic MTV logo, but introduce motion-based variants. Dynamic logo behavior depending on genre, music, gaming, tech, and fandom. On-air graphics driven by Kinect, typography, and cultural data or data signals. Number 2, concept plan: core network concept. Movement television documents how culture moves from underground scenes to global platforms. Content universe is always on. Number 1, the sound movement: music genre, scenes, and subcultures from bedroom producers to festival headliners, global sounds influencing U.S. culture. Number 2, the screen movement: film, TV, streaming, and animation behind the scenes of fandom-driven franchises, the future of storytelling. Number 3, the play movement: video games, esports, gaming culture, streaming, speed runners, and modders, gaming as social space. Number 4, the creator movement: influencers, YouTubers, podcasters, and streamers, creator houses, studios, and platforms, monetization, burnout, reinvention. Number 5, the tech movement: artificial intelligence, XR, social platforms, devices, how tech changes culture, identity, and creativity. The fandom movement: geek and nerd culture, cosplay, conventions, lore deep dives, fans as cultural architects. And number 7, the movement vault: reimagine MTV legacy content, TRL unplugged cribs, making the video, which if you think about making the video, that's music video, but now making the video could be how you make a YouTube video, right? So there it is, or TikTok or what have you. Contextualized through today's lens. Content types: live studio shows, scripted, unscripted docu-series, rather, scripted animated originals, cultural explainers, event-based programming, short form and social for extensions, game plan, strategic execution, phase one, repositioning year one, objectives, reset public perception of MTV, reclaim cultural identity, reintroduce MTV as relevant and future facing, key moves, on air rebrand MTV Movement Television, launch flagship daily culture show. We'll get to that here in a minute. Heavy career collaborations, revive iconic franchises with modern formats. That's phase one. Phase two is expansion years 2 and 3. Objectives, expand genres and communities. Establish MTV as a discovery engine. Key moves, greenlight docu-series and unscripted franchises, launch live cultural events, develop animated scripted originals, deep platform integrations, gaming, social, and streaming. Phase 3, ecosystem, years 4 and 5, make MTV a 360-degree cultural platform. Key moves, career incubators, live festivals and conventions, global editions of movement television, data-driven culture forecasting. Now, I want to add a caveat to that. It can be data-driven, but it's up to human oversight. Because without people making it do what it do, there is no movement, right? Our marketing plan, core message behind everything we connect to, there's a movement, target artists, Gen Z, 16 to 25, millennials, 26 to 40, creators and fandom leaders, cultural forward brands, launch campaign, feel the movement, campaign elements, short form dot clips across TikTok, IG, and YouTube, creator hosted takeovers, interactive audience polls, influencer program rather, countdown, cultural moments, strategic partnerships, music festivals, gaming publishers, tech platforms, streaming services, and creative collectives. Social strategy, always on cultural commentary, clips, first program and design, fan remix culture encourage, community spotlight segments, logistics plan, programming structure, daily programming blocks, morning cultural briefings and news, afternoon creator fandom content, primetime flagship series and events, late night experimental edgy adult scheme content, production model, hybrid in-house creator-led productions, regional production hubs, mobile and pop-up studios, talent and staff and cultural correspondence, career residence program, movement scouts, trend hunters, community managers, distribution, linear television, streaming platforms, YouTube, free advertising, streaming television channels, social first verticals, revenue streams, brand partnerships, sponsored movements, live events and experiences, career-driven merch, licensing and syndication. Number 6, success metrics, cultural impact, key performance indicators, career discovery rate, fan engagement, trend to mainstream pipeline, key performance business indicators, ratings and watch time, digital engagement, brand partnerships, and event attendance. Final thought. Movement television restores MTV's original mission for a new era, not just reflecting culture, but moving it forward. MTV wants to define generations. Movement television defines what's next. And I wanted to put all that out because I do feel like right now we have a space, right? We have a space that at the beginning, middle, end of the day, that we need a platform like MTV, right? And at the beginning, middle, end of the day, we got to recognize we are in 2026. Not everybody watches music videos, right? Not everybody. Most of the time, music videos are on your phones, your tablets. People do watch, music videos on their TV, but they're not tuning in to MTV to make it do what it do, right? So yes, indeed, there. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about TRL, right? I got you. Don't you worry. I got y'all for MTV. TRL, right? So, let's get to that right now. Give me a moment as I get that up for you all. Oh, no, that's not it. That's the one. Okay, here we go. So when it came to TRL, I really tried my very best to think of what could I do, because TRL is still a powerful platform, but you have to figure out the acronym for it in 2026. So with that being said, here it is here. So TRL is going to transform from a music video countdown into Timeline Rundown Live, TRL. a top 10 pop culture news and entertainment commentary show. Built for the social first, always on generation while preserving TRL's legacy as the pulse of youth culture. It's the same thing that I said about 106 and Park being a top 10 black entertainment news show. Same thing. Same thing. So, what's trending, what's talking, what's next? Here we go. Brand identity, TRL Timeline Rundown Live. That's the name of it. Brand positioning, the definitive daily countdown, what's breaking, buzzing, and blowing up across pop culture, music, creators, TV, film, gaming, fashion, sports, and internet culture. Brand promise. If it's dominating timelines, it's on TRL. Core DNA, what stays TRL? Countdown format, top 10, live energy, celebrity, and career access, fan participation, MTV edge, and attitude. What evolves from music videos to pop culture moments, from appointment TV to real time and social integration, from passive viewing to interactive fandom, right? And by the way, the thumbnail is the people outside in Times Square. So the studio was like up here, and then the audience was down there. They had like an audience mic where you could speak into it. And sometimes Carson Day would say, come on in the studio, right? So target audience, primary 16 to 34, Gen Z and young millennials. Secondary, legacy TRL viewers 35 to 44 with return for nostalgia and relevance. Tone and voice smart but fun, internet literate, fast, visual, and reactive, authentic, not corporate, opinionated but not balanced. Visual refresh, neon meets newsroom, vertical and horizontal, say framing, on-screen social feeds, live polling, graphics, countdown clock energy. Concept plan, show format 60 minutes, live or live to tape. It would be live. Live to tape is not TRL, right? Live to tape pretty much means you just tape it all the way through, and then you air it and you say it's live to tape. No, it's going to be live in real time. Frequency 4 to 5 nights a week. No, it'll be 5 nights a week. Location, Times Square studio. And then, of course, you can have like a TRL studio in Miami, TRL studio in LA. And you can check in with, those cultural hubs, right? Top 10 timeline rundown. That's the core structure of the show. Each episode counts the top 10 pop culture stories of the day, determined by social engagement data, fan voting, MTV's editorial awards, and breaking news weight. So the segment rundown, opening host 5 minutes, fast montage of the day's biggest moments. Host sets the tone, the countdown, 30 minutes total. Each entry includes a clip or visual breakdown, context and commentary, internet reaction, tweets, memes, and TikToks. Fan, poll, or vote, TRL take. Panel or host debate, hot takes, cultural impact analysis. Yes, drop in 5 to 7 minutes. Celebrity, artist, creator, athlete, or journalist in studio, remote, or social live. Fan control moment, 5 minutes. Live vote influences the number one take. Fans submit takes, duets, and reacts featured. And then number 6, the number one moment reveal, big reveal with music, stain, and crowd reaction. So here's the game plan for it. Phase one, soft relaunch. TRL reimagined, introduce pop culture segments inside current MTV blocks, test audience engagement, pilot timeline rundown as a recurring feature. Number 2, phase 2, official relaunch, full rebrand to TRL Timeline Rundown Live, new set, graphics, and hosts, press rollout, and talent appearances. Phase 3, expansion, weekend recap specials, award season editions, live event tie-ins, VMAs, Super Bowl, Comic-Con. Host and talent strategy, one main anchor, credible, charismatic, one creator native co-host, rotating contributors, music, gaming, filming, internet culture. Marketing plan, campaign theme. If it's on your timeline, it's on TRL. Launch strategy, teaser phase 2 weeks, archive TRL clips mashed with modern moments. TRL is watching your timeline, spots, countdown to the countdown. Launch week, celebrity gets stacked by live audience giveaways, viral moments engineered nightly. Social strategy, TikTok first clips, 30 to 90 seconds. Instagram Reels, stories, polls. Twitter, live commentary threads. YouTube full segments and exclusives. Not to mention, too, we can post a full episode of TRL on the MTV YouTube channel. Fan engagement, daily fan voting via the MTV app/socials. Hashtag TRL timeline. User-generated reactions featured on air partnerships with streaming platforms, gaming publishers, fashion brands, tech and mobile brands, music labels and studios. Logistics plan. Production hybrid newsroom and live audience setup, social listening command center, clip clearance overflow, vertical content capture team staffing, the showrunner, pop culture editorial team, social media producers, live graphics operators, talent bookers, audience engagement team, technology stack, real-time trend tracking tools, live polling integration, audience interaction software, multi-platform distribution pipeline, distribution of MTV linear broadcast, simulcast on TikTok and YouTube. Select Simmons full episodes of Paramount Plus and daily podcast audio cut down. Why this works honors TRL Countdown legacy. Meet Gen Z where culture actually happens. Make MTV a daily pop culture authority again. Turn fandom into content. Creates viral moments nightly. So, by being able to take TRL Total Request Live instead of requesting music videos, now we're taking the timeline of the culture and running down the top 10 moments live on TV. Same concept. We just flipped it. That's all we did. Nothing more, nothing less, right? That's not all I got for y'all. So, right here, this is a MTV Originals pitch deck, right? So, slide 1, TRL Timeline Rundown Live. A daily top 10 pop culture news and commentary series. If it's on your timeline, it's on TRL, presented by MTV Originals, format live or live to tape. I'd rather do it live. 60 minutes, frequency 4 to 5 nights weekly. That would be 4 to 5 nights daily. Okay. Slide 2, why TRL? Why now? TRL is one of MTV's most valuable brands, cultural legacy spanning generations, synonymous with youth, relevance, and immediacy, built on countdowns, conversation, and community. The problem, culture no longer lives in music videos alone. Audiences now discover pop culture through timelines. No daily destination owns what's trending across culture. The opportunity, TRL evolves from counting videos to counting moments. The big idea, TRL becomes the countdown of the culture. TRL Timeline Rundown Live is a daily top 10 countdown of the most impactful pop culture moments driven by social conversation, fan engagement, editorial curation, and real-time relevance. It's TRL's DNA rebuilt for the timeline era. Slide 4, where we counting down the top 10 moments across music, film and TV, internet culture, content careers, gaming and esports, fashion, lifestyle, sports, crossover moments, celebrity news, and viral debates. If it's dominating feeds, it earns a spot. Slide 5, episode structure 60 minutes, opening pulse, high energy cultural snapshot. Then the top 10 countdown clips, context, commentary, fan reaction, TRL take, hot takes, debate, and cultural analysis. Yes, drop in celebrities, creators, tastemakers, fan control moment, live voting, determines rankings, and the number one moment reveal, big finish, big conversation. Slide 6, why this works for MTV. This is a natural evolution, not a reboot. Keeps the TRL countdown format, preserves live energy, expands relevance beyond music, matches how audiences consume culture today. MTV becomes a daily authority on pop culture, a real-time social amplifier, a creator-friendly platform, and a conversation leader again. So the audience, primary Gen Z to young millennials, 16 to 34, social first, culture obsessed, creators, fans, and tastemakers. Secondary, legacy TRL viewers returning for relevance and nostalgia. TRL becomes cross-generational again. Number 8, hosting talent strategy. Hosting philosophy, credible, culturally fluent, social native, opinionated but inclusive. Talent mix, one lead anchor and then one creative native co-host. Rotating contributors across music, gaming, film, and internet culture. Slide 9, fan participation, core to the format. TRL is just no longer watched, it's controlled. Daily fan voting, live polls, social reactions featured on air. Hashtag TRL timeline. Fans help decide the number one moment. This turns viewers into co-producers. Slide 10, digital platform extension designed for MTV's entire ecosystem. Linear MTV broadcast, Paramount Plus full episodes, TikTok and Instagram daily clips, YouTube extended segments, podcasts, audio cut downs. TRL comes with always on content engine. Live and location strategy. So your options, Times Square, TRL legacy meets modern culture, rotating cultural hubs, LA, Atlanta, Miami. So you can have TRL check-in hubs or TRL studios in those places. And so, hey, we're going to check in with TRL in Miami, TRL in LA, TRL in Atlanta. Event-based pop-ups at the VMAs, Comic-Con, Super Bowl week, and more. Live arts is fuel, energy, authenticity, shareability. Slide 12, brand and sponsor integration, natural brand categories, tech and mobile, fashion and beauty, gaming and streaming, entertainment releases, quick service, food and beverage. Integration style, countdown sponsorship, fan vote presented by brands, interactive brand moments, career-led integrations, marketing launch plan. This is slide 13. If it's on your timeline, it's on TRL. Teasers mixing classic TRL moments with modern culture, celebrity driven social reveals, influencer countdown takeovers, launch week staffing cultural moments, success metrics, key performance indicators, social engagement, shareability, fan participation rates, live viewership and on-demand growth, cultural pickup and press, brand integration performance, success is measured in conversation, not just ratings. Slide 15, the takeaway, what TRL was always about, what mattered, who mattered, and what people were talking about. TRL timeline rundown live brings that mission to the present and the future. MTV doesn't chase culture, MTV counts it down. And of course, pilot episode right here. So you already know live to tape is going to be for the pod, but it's going to be live every day. Times Square Studio, live audience, hashtag TRL timeline. So cold open, the pulse, rapid fire montage, viral clips, the headlines, career moments, breaking pop culture news. These are today's top 10 moments decided by you. And then, of course, remix theme from TRL, host open, welcome to TRL. Introduce a show concept, live audience, fan voting metrics, countdown rules explained, social data or data, fan votes, and MT's editorial voice. Call to action, vote now, change the countdown. Countdown board locks in at 10 through 6, subject to live changes. So in the 5 to 9 minute mark, count the number 10, the 10th biggest story of the day comes in trending now. Clip breakdown, 45 seconds, host commentary, quick reactions, social reaction screenshots, quick fan poll. This is along the top 10. Number 9, timeline check, context and why it's trending, create reaction video featured, audience clap leader moment. Number 8, cultural shift, deeper conversation, why this moment matters culturally, live poll updates visible on the screen, social check-in, TRL feed, host read live tweets, TikToks and comments, fan video reactions, air countdown rankings, slowly shift based on votes. Number 7, breaking buzz, new style framing, clip and host debate, honest reaction moment. Number 6, creator spotlight, creator driven short remote or pre-tape creator drop-in, fan Q&A question pull from social. So then mid-show reset to the 30-minute mark, update top 10 board shown, host tease guest coming up, fan control moment, and race for the number 1 spot. So celebrity creator guests in studio or live remote guests, conversation tied to one of the top 5 moments, guest reacts to countdown real time, viral pull quote moment engineered. Number 5, pop culture power play, clip commentary, guest reacts, live votes, should this go higher? Number 4, timeline take, hosts disagree on ranking, fan votes appear in real time, tension builds toward the top 3. Fan control moment, you decide 2 moments about ranking, 60-second live vote window, crowd counts down to vote close, ranking shift live on screen. Now, remember that live audience and that live fan microphone? That could be that fan control moment too. Number 3, cultural moment, longer clip, bigger discussion, cultural impact angle. Number 2, host tease. Number 1, dramatic build, social reactions explode on screen. And then the number 1 moment, full clip package, crowd reaction cafe like moment, host explain why it's won, guest or prayer reaction. And then the last scroll, the host recap the top 3 moments, tease tomorrow's expected stories, call for submissions, what should be number 1 tomorrow, TRL theme hits, crowd wave out, on-screen vote now for tomorrow's countdown, social handles, and then Paramount replay info. So pilot success goals, high live audience energy, real-time countdown shifts, viral clip moments, clear proof of fan control, strong social engagement during broadcast. So when I went into my mental to figure out how to go about doing TRL, it made the most sense to me that at the beginning, middle, end of the day, that we should have a platform that is about making sure that everybody has a voice and that the voice is being reflective of how everybody is engaging. So your phone, right? Your tablet, your TV, right? Your laptop, your desktop, wherever you are in the world, you become a producer on TRL, Timeline Rundown Live. That was the whole goal of thinking about this thing, right? So just wanted to give the context, conjecture, and connection there, right? So then, as we move on, so the studio has to be lit, okay? So TRL has always been a window into the culture. The studio turns that idea literally, placing the show at the intersection of Times Square timelines and real-time culture. The space blends the energy of classic TRL, a modern digital newsroom, a social media command center, a live event destination. The studio must feel alive, reactive, transparent, and iconic from the street. So, studio location concept: street level glass box, floor to ceiling glass walls facing Times Square. Pedestrians become a part of the visual energy. Live crowd visible behind the host. LED reflections integrate on outside billboards into the set. Message: culture doesn't happen behind closed doors; it happens live. So, the main countdown stage, centerpiece, anchor desk, and countdown reveal. Design elements: semicircular host desk with embedded LED panels, massive vertical countdown board behind the host, animated motion graphics synced to music scenes. Functionality: countdown board dynamically updates live, touch enable for host to interactive rankings. The timeline wall: real-time social integration. Design elements: tall vertical LED wall, TikTok/IG sync ratio, displays live tweets, reels, memes, and fan votes. And of course, your comments as well. Motion-driven transitions that feel like scrolling. Fan reaction takeover, where moments where the wall fully shifts to fan content. The drop-in zone: purpose, celebrity, and creator interviews. Design elements: modular lounge setups, soft sofa and stools. Neon TRL logo, halo backdrop, dedicated camera for social first clips. Flexibility: in-studio guests, remote guest wall integration, and career live stream tie-ins. Number 4, fan control booth, purpose, visual proof of audience power. Design elements: elevated platform behind the host, touchscreen showing live votes, LED lit countdown timer during voting moments, on-camera effect. Fans visibly influencing the show in real time. Number 5, creator cam pods, native social capture. 2 to 3 vertical camera pods, ring lighting, branded overlays, one-time recording for TikTok and Reels. Usage: creator reactions, post-show clips, and brand integrations. Audience configuration: studio audience, standing room first, concert energy, tiered risers behind main stage, LED wristbands sync to show moments. Exterior crowd integration: exterior facing camera, capturing the Times Square crowd, on screen lower third, watching live from Times Square. Line design: mood, layers, base, clean broadcast line, accent, neon edges, countdown pulses, dynamic beats, synced lighting for reveals. Signature moment: number 1 reveal triggers, full white shift, countdown board animation, exterior wall glow. Sound design: remix TRL theme, countdown whooshes, fan vote lock-in stings, crowd mic blend for scale. Camera strategy: core cameras, wide master shot, host, crowd, Times Square, jib for cinematic movement, steady cam for roaming audience, social cameras, dedicated vertical feeds, instant clip export stations, graphics and UI language, countdown board, bold numerals, motion driven transitions, live raking, swaps, anime on air, lower thirds, clean, fast, and emoji aware, pull quotes from social. Brand opportunities: exterior windows, nighttime TRL glow, brand takeovers during sponsored segments, interior integrations, brand fan vote moments, sponsored back creator pods, why the studio works, instantly recognizable, designed for virality, flexible for events, live specials, honors TRL legacy while feeling future forward. TRL does not just reflect culture, it sits inside it, live, loud, and unmissable. So, remember how we talked about TRL was trying to do a morning edition and a late night edition? Watch this, right? So, one brand, 4 day parts, culture all day. Timeline Rundown Live becomes MTV's first fully day part live pop culture news franchise, broadcasting from the same iconic Times Square studio with different tones, topics, and audiences throughout the day. Each show shares the same core DNA: live countdown, energy, real-time social integration, fan participation, and cultural authority. But each serves a distinct mindset and moment in the day, rather. So, Timeline Rundown Live this morning. So, social and cultural news, the culture first forward morning show for people who wake up scrolling, not politics first, not hard news. This is what shaped the internet culture and conversation overnight. Audience: Gen Z, millennials, 18 and 39, students, creators, and early workers, social native, cultural aware viewers, content pillars rather, overnight viral moments, cultural conversations, internet debate, music, fashion, sports, and career news, light headline context, no cable news energy. So from 7 to 8 a.m., overnight cultural rundown, 8 to 9 a.m., deeper dives against commentary, and 9 to 10 a.m., what's trending today and fan predictions, signature segments while you were scrolling, the morning timeline, career coffee check-in, what we're watching today, tone, smart, bright, conversational, and energizing. So that's the morning edition. Then you have Timeline Rundown Live today, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., talk show, lifestyle, consumer culture, the midday culture talk show, where pop culture meets real life. This is the most personality-driven version of the franchise. 25 to 44, hybrid workers, parents, creators, and entrepreneurs, culture-conscious consumers, content pillars, lifestyle and wellness trends, consumer conversations, fashion, food, travel, tech, creator economy, relationship, and work culture. Format: panel-driven discussions, project trend breakdowns, audience participation rather, career and expert guests, signature segments, timeline tested, products and trends, culture versus reality, worth the hype and career playbook, tone warm, opinionated, relatable, and aspirational. Timeline Rundown Live. Yes, so normally the show will air at 3:30 p.m. I researched that before coming on with all of you. The reason why I put Timeline Rundown Live from 7 to 8 p.m. because 8 p.m. is the start of primetime television. So this is the pre-show to MTV's primetime lineup, right? So pop culture, entertainment news, the flagship nightly countdown. This is the definitive top 10 pop culture entertainment stories of the day. Audience: 16 and 34 core, mass MTV audience, social first viewers, content pillars, entertainment news, music, film, TV, streaming, internet culture, celebrity moments, gaming, and fandom. Format: live top 10 countdown, fan voting, guest drop-in, social reaction wall, signature segments, the countdown, TRL take, fan control moment, and the number one moment. Tone: high energy, fast, opinionated, viral. Now this is the fun one, right? Timeline Rundown Live after dark, 11:35 to 12:35 a.m. Mature, adult, grown folks culture. The unfiltered late night culture rundown for grown audiences. This is where the conversations get more honest, more nuanced, more adult. 25 to 49 late night viewers, culture savvy, media literate adults, content pillars, mature pop culture stories, industry power moves, social issues through a cultural lens, relationships, money, work, legacy. You know, some of the naughty, not safe for work topics that you can't talk about during the day will be on this show. Deeper commentary on viral moments, format, top 10 countdown, extended discussions, fewer clips, more conversation, rotating guest voices. The real talk run. These are the signature segments, rather. The real talk rundown. What did they say today? Culture after hours and the grown take. Tone: smart, honest, sophisticated, and unapologetic. Share production and branding. Unified studios. Same Times Square Glassbox studio. So all those shows are in that studio. So regardless of when you are walking down, in Times Square, you can look at that studio and be like, oh my God, there is something going on live there. And it gives it a purpose all day and all night, right? Lighting, music, and graphics shift by day part. Exterior remains a constant cultural beacon. Visual system: morning, brighter, day, light tones. Midday, clean, lifestyle forward. Nighttime, neon contrast. After dark, moodier and cinematic. Digital extension, clips published immediately by day part. Podcast versus a show, vertical first social content, cross promotion across all 4 blocks. Why this franchise works: maximizes single iconic studio, owns culture all day, not just for 1 hour, creates appointment viewing across day parts, builds host ecosystems and audience loyalty, makes MTV a daily cultural utility again. The vision, Timeline Rundown Live isn't just a show, it's a network spine from morning scroll to late night truth. MTV counts culture down all day long live from Times Square. So that is the pitch, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna turn off my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. You know, I'm gonna be real with y'all. After 31 years of living, I know that at the beginning, middle, end of the day, you're not going to, how can I put this? You are not going to please everybody in life, right? And I think sometimes people tend to forget that just because you have a human moment does not mean that you don't still love that person, right? Especially when you have supported them. And I think this is the problem with our society today, is that we forget that people are multi-layered, right? We do. We absolutely do. We forget that people are multi-layered. We forget that people can be broken. We can forget that people, you know, we can forget that people, you know, they do mess up. You know what I mean? So it's nothing that is out the way to have a moment, but also to say sorry. And if that's not good enough for people, then child, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over knowing my heart is good when I have showcased my heart 10 times over. Okay, 10 times over and then some. So I'm good with my soul. I really, really am. So I wish everybody well. I really do. I also believe that some things, they need to breathe, and some things are meant for the door to close on. That doesn't mean that you hate the person. It just means you're moving on to the higher that's waiting for you. So I'm good, and we're going to be fine over here. We're going to be making it do what it do. And at the beginning, middle of the day, I said what I said of I do wish we could be more out loud about things that need to matter. But that doesn't mean that people are not aware. And maybe I should have said that. And I thought I did say that. I even said I still love Tea Talk with your girl. So, like, God forbid having a human moment and then trying to own up to being responsible for it. But anyway, we'll take a commercial break, and we'll be back in more Braylon's Virtual Tour live right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul, where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world. In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Miral's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you were found. I come from Memphis. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We all we got. I'll see that. Don't you leave here today with happiness. I want you to leave here with joy.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician, general, author, ruler, man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
And I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here. I hope you guys had fun with this one. Like I said, had to start the show the way I started because I'm all about ownership, accountability, and integrity. I can't talk about that to everybody else if I don't take it, right? So had a moment. It was what it was. Don't mean I got hate in anybody. No, I don't have hate for anybody. You know what I mean? I do wish that the world was a little bit more culturally in tune, but that doesn't mean everybody is not culturally in tune, right? So that's all that was. It was a damn moment. Shit. I mean, good damn, if you're going to drag somebody over the coals for having a human moment and not at least have enough love, grace, and space to be open-minded about, be like, you know what? It's all good in the neighborhood. I know you personally. I know you don't have any hate in my heart. You just had a moment and you just felt a way about what happened. That's it. My Lord Jesus, child. It is what it is. So I'm going to just sit here till the 1 hour and 30-minute mark, and then we will do the daily motivator, then head on out. So but I really had fun with this one. And I do hope that MTV does not go away. Just like 106 in Park should still be here. And like I said, they should come back as a top 10 entertainment. They should come back as a top 10 Black entertainment news show. And MTV could, not MTV, but BET literally could take this same format, right, and do it for 106 in Park. And I really do believe that they could do just that. So it's nothing for me to, come out with stuff like this because I really do love doing deep dives. I love being curious about many things. And listen, I love being able to talk about entertainment too. Like, why do you think we're a media channel? But also, too, I do think it's important to, how can I put this? Because I've said this before. I think the biggest thing with streamers, like even with the Aiden Ross stuff that's happening right now with Doechii, it's important that we all recognize what else is going on, right? Because I think sometimes we get so caught up in this, that, and the third that I think people just want to know, do you have a pulse? Do you know what else is going on? Not to say that they don't like you. You know what I mean? Just people just want to know that there are other people understanding that. Do you see this shit? And that's it. That's all. That doesn't mean that they feel away or they doing this, that, and the third to you. So that's all I got, y'all. I'm not going to lose sleep. I'm just not. So. So, yeah. So, like I said, we'll hang out here till 1 hour and 28, but not 1 hour and 28 minutes. 1 hour and, yeah, I'm tired. 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then we will make it do what it do and then head on out. But yes, indeed. So, hope you guys' Friday has went well. So, yes, indeed. It all good in the neighborhood. So yeah. So yes, indeed, y'all. Yep. Let me get back to y'all real quick here. Almost there to that 1 hour and 30 minute mark here on the channel. And y'all, we made to 7,000 videos. Can you believe that? 7,000 videos. My Lord Jesus. So much content and more content to come, everybody. And upon today, we made it to a huge milestone, 990,000 total views. So now we are just 10,000 views away from that big goal. I know we are going to hit it because we've been drinking our water, minding our black-owned business, and going on tour. And I know that perception is in the eye of the beholder. But I know the history of who I am. I know the history of what I have given in terms of my energy. And I can rest. That's saying a lot more than others. So, with that being said, everybody, let's get to the Daily Motivator. And like I said, in addition to that, we got bigger fish to fry. There's a president that don't want none of us around. Okay, so listen, me losing sleep over how somebody is not going to be open-minded about a human moment, child, life goes on. Let's do it, everybody. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I learned about life. It goes on. See, I did not read that before the show. Robert Frost. Shout out to you, good sir. I'm going to give you some applause for that because I needed that. Hang on, let me do that. There we go. Sometimes StreamYard is delayed. So let's make it do what it do, everybody. It's time for a Daily Motivator for Friday, January 9th, 2026. Meaningful achievement. Yeah, well, I'm going to do this one on camera because I feel like this one right here, I use that energy. So here we go, everybody. Here we go. Meaningful achievement. Do the difficult work. Do the beneficial work. Feel the satisfaction of making a significant improvement in life. Put your capabilities to use and discover how much good they can do. Meaningful achievement, is what you're built for. Meaningful achievement is what will sustain you. Zero in on what matters. Focus on supporting and expanding it in ways you are uniquely positioned to do. The challenges, the complications, the obstacles for providing avenues for creating new value. Embrace opportunities to bring that value to life. Get off the sidelines and run onto the field of play. Today is your chance to make a difference. Ralph Morrison. I think about in my life all of the meaningful achievements that I have accomplished in my life. I'm just thinking back to my days at Wilson Elementary School. Hey, Florentin, good to see you, good sir. I think back to my days at Wilson Elementary School and how the teachers loved me. I had Miss West and Miss Anderson. Miss Anderson was a black woman and Miss West was a white woman. And those two teamed up and they made sure all of us was loved, cared for, and invested in. So the first thing I would say about meaningful achievement, it takes many people to help you get to those achievements that are so meaningful to you. And within that, you have to recognize that just because people may feel a way about you doesn't mean you have to allow yourself to swallow your perspective in this, that, and the third. When you know good to damn well, you have always been about your business. So that's the first thing I would tell you. It takes many people to help you get to the meaningful achievements in your life and to not allow what has happened to you to take away from the joy of that meaningful achievement, right? So that's the first thing I will tell you. The second thing I will tell you is this. Focus on supporting and expanding it in ways that you are uniquely positioned to do. I think about my good friend Florian right here. Think about Phil Mecker and BFP Imagineering and all that we did in 2025 to bring you conversations about the theme park industry in ways that have never really been done on YouTube before, let alone social media. Okay, I think the creativity is stronger in 2026 than the 90s, because in the 90s, all we had is what we had. We didn't have all this, right? So it sounds like, well, back in my day, we didn't have all this stuff. We just had a pen and paper and we just had to use our imaginations. Man, I think about the Raid Love panel that I do on the weekends, right? I think about all the collaborations that I've ever done, right? I think about 3 with the T. I think about the collaborations that I've done with T-Talk with Your Girl. I think about all the panels that I've been on. I think about me being on Nickelodeon. I think about me being on WeTV. I think about me being on ABC News. I think about me being on Channel 1. Think about me on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Think about me breaking out the Never Ever Mets on YouTube before OWN did. I think about me breaking out Hard Hustle Houston. I think about, Dr. Shania Horn that came on my channel just out the blue. I think about Sonny Minks and that legendary interview that me, Sassy, and Lil Paulette did on 3 with the T. I think about Ro from Hard Hustle Houston, who watched every review. She's got a YouTube channel. She just posted some new clips. I think about Ariel from King's Court on Bravo that watched every single review and then came up and gave us a whole 50-minute interview. See, when you're able to rest in what you do well, people's moods, frequencies, what have you, they don't have to be your manual for how you move, right? And finally, the third thing that I will say to you all about meaningful achievement is get off the sidelines and run onto the field of play. I agree and disagree with that, because you need to do strength conditioning before you get on the field, right? It's just like football. You don't just, all right, I'm gonna go on the field and be quarterback. If you ain't got the weight, and you don't have the mental, you will lose yourself. This, that, and the third, right? So I do believe it's important to get onto the field of play, but also to prepare yourself for that field of play. Also recognize the team members that helped you win during times where you didn't know if you could win your damn self. And third of all, this is the biggest thing. Let's not be so high, mighty, and all the way out the way dilapidated in our recall of a moment in time and forget the totality of who that person has been to you. To the good, the bad, and the what the fuck in the middle. Okay? That's what I have to say about meaningful achievements there. Yes, indeed, there. Indeed, we want to improve on how we present when it comes to the creating, creating. We win. That part is easy. Yes, they shouldn't. Yes, they shouldn't be. You're the exactly right. Exactly right. And here's the gag. Like, I'm good. Like, sure, did I have a bit of a lower voice in this live? Sure. But I still believe Timeline, Rundown, Live, TRL, Remix, Rebirth, and Renewed for MTV. Fire! I talked about Movement TV before with MTV. I just never, dog walked it with y'all. But this was a great live. And the gag is, I'll always do a good show, regardless if there's 1 million people watching or not. Oh, let's not forget the Kenya Moore Confessions, right? Was here all the way through. There was like over 300 people here. So, what we're not going to do is pretend that Braylon is envious of anybody when Braylon has been stumping the yard for himself years before YouTube. And he's been stumping the yard while he's been on YouTube. And that he stumps behind the scenes and is a good friend, not just because he says it, but because he executes it. That's what the fuck we're not going to do. What do I always say? If you want to know how somebody is healed, look at their movements. If you want to see how somebody is broken, look at their movements. Let me show you something. Let me show y'all something. We hit this number today. We hit this number today. Right here. Right here. 990,945 total views. Oops, sorry, y'all can't see that. Right there. Right there. Right there. So what do I have to hate on? Be jealous, envious, this, that, and the third? I gave an opinion about that we should be more culturally aware of other things in life. But that don't mean I hate anybody. Right? And you're probably wondering, how does this relate to MTV? Well, MTV came out in 1981, and y'all remember that song, Video Killed the Radio Star? Yes and no. Video killed the radio star, but hindsight 2020, video killed the radio star in the form that it was. But as we have seen, radio has just evolved. Podcasting is just specialized radio to me. That's it. So when you listen to a true crime podcast, it's true crime radio. When you listen to a food podcast, it's culinary radio. When you listen to a tech podcast, it's tech radio, right? So all of these different genres are just different types of radio. Radio's not going away. It's just evolving, right? Same thing with TV. People say TV's dying. Okay. Like I told y'all before, television broadcasts what people, could be curious about. Streaming showcases what people actually care about. I will venture to say that more things evolve in life than to die in life. I would venture to say that. Nobody is who they were yesterday unless you want to stay that way as a human being. We were all somebody yesterday. We were all somebody today, and we're definitely going to be somebody tomorrow. And I had a bit of a situation with somebody, you know what I mean? And they felt away this, that, and the third. And we had a room on Clubhouse, right? And I said everything that needed to be said and then some. And you know what's so interesting? When people can't understand why you are at peace with yourself, that because you're at peace with yourself, they feel like you're trying to do this, that, third to them. A person can be in peace and it has nothing to do with you, right? And I will say for anybody that is trying to figure out how to move, how to be, and how to live in life, recognize you're going to make mistakes. That doesn't mean you are a mistake. I've said that many times before. With the power of art, right? There's so many art pieces in the world. And I've often said, don't worry about the people looking at that one art piece of hate. Don't worry about the visitors looking at that one piece of hate. Look at all the members of the gallery that's looking at all of your collection. But the reason why some people cannot ever understand art is because they don't have the faculties to be open about what they're saying. Some people will see what they want to see just so they can have their perspective. Nothing wrong with that. Freedom of speech. But I would venture to say that the energy that you may have for somebody, they might have that same energy for you about the art piece that you created of yourself. I think it's quite sad that we live in a society today that seems to be more about being right than being in unity. Think about how many amazing accomplishments could have happened with unity instead of division. We won't get those back. Just keeping it a buck. I'm just talking to y'all now because we're here chilling. That's one. Number two, I would like to think in life, right, that maybe the reasons why we are so stuck in silos is because we are stuck here. We're stuck here. We're stuck here mentally. And I don't know when the shift happened, where I grew up in a village where, you know, everybody's kid in the neighborhood was everybody's kid in the neighborhood. Now it's like, oh, something happened to Johnny. Oh, something happened to Susie. It's not my kid. Something happened to Jim Bob. Something happened to Sheila. And I think we've moved away from that as a culture, because I think the world got a little too heavy to have the capacity for others. And because the world got too heavy to care for others, we have now a siloed country and world where we have allowed this, that, and the third of stumping the yard just to say anything and negating the fact that, okay, maybe there's other perspectives here. And sometimes learning about other things can actually make you better. Doesn't mean what you know is not valuable. Let me say that 2 more times. Doesn't mean what you know is not valuable. I know I'm frozen. I'm going to come back here in a second. There we go. Doesn't mean what you know is not valuable. But that doesn't mean that other people cannot make you better. And it's the 9th day of January. Child, we got 11 more months to go. And I remember something that Star Jones said. She said, I don't know what the future holds, but I do know who holds the future. Last time I checked, God is on the throne. You are you and I am me. Some people in life want a broken storehouse so they can have something to complain about, rather than see that they would just pick up the brokenness. They don't have to be stepping in pain all the time. Strife and misery. Just some thoughts from Braylon. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Like I said, 900,945 total views. 990,945 total views. So what do I have to be jealous of? What do I have to be a hater of? I would love to know. I would love to know. If I was such a hater, I don't know why I was on everybody's panels all those years ago. If I was such a hater, I would not have celebrated Wednesday Talk when she made it 10,000 views, or I wanted to celebrate T-Talk with your girl when she made her subscriber count. If I was such a hater, I don't know why I worked with Diego when it came to Check It With the Queen, which was a very funny series. I still want to continue it, but it's up to him. If I was such a hater, then why did we do 3 with the T? If I was such a hater, why would Sunny Mooks come on my YouTube channel? Because for that 3 with the T interview, she came to my channel. She didn't go over Sassy. She didn't go over Lil Paula. She came over mine. If I was such a hater, why did I stay up to wait for Dr. Shamil's World and help everybody get onto Nubian TV? If I was such a hater, then why did I stay on for 8 hours on TikTok modding for Melody Cherie Rogers and then do a live after show after 8 hours of modding on TikTok. I would just like to know, sincerely, I really would. If I'm such a hater, why do I go to different chats just to support? I was at Reviews and Recaps today. I was at Caramel Rose chat not too long ago. I was at T for TV's chat. I'm very easy to find. But I also will not ever be a cross for somebody else that can go to their own cross and handle their own shit. Sometimes we will misdirect, misappropriate, and misutilize how we feel because we can't be still, be real, and humble to recognize, hey, maybe it was a moment that happened, but that doesn't mean that that's all of who a person is. Just food for thought at 990,945 total views. What do I have to be jealous about? Not a motherfucking damn thing. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. If you let it fly, it must apply. Don't pick up any emotions that you did not cause. And finally, if you know what you know, you should not allow circumstances to dictate your connection to somebody. The period we live in right now is pushing that feeling. That feeling is real. You're more than your thoughts and your feelings. Thank you, Fortune, for recognizing that. And I just hope that in 2026, we can have this energy. Truly, at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, the sun and moon can coexist. If they can coexist, if science and technology can coexist, then grace and understanding should be able to exist with people too. And now it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special because you were always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, Ross, will be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. Or child, just recognizing that, listen, just because you think you can have, just because you think you can say this, that, and the third about what somebody is through the lens of perception, doesn't mean that that person is portraying it as reality. Because you know what happens with perceptions, right? They get challenged. They get tested. They do have to sometimes go to hell in order to see what comes out on the other side. And when you give your perceptions about somebody and that person goes over to see if that perception is real and it's not reality, that comes back on you, not the person that owns who they are. Make sure the replay is not just for if you watch it, not just for if you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Always remember, I want to see the love you got to give it. I want to see the love you got to give it. I want to see the love you got to give it. Whatever obstacles you have overcome, whatever successes you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is probably be proud of you damn self. And finally, y'all, to any subscriber that truly believes that I'm jealous of somebody, go do a fifth quarter or a half of getting to that number or 1 million and then come talk to me. Check my YouTube channel. Check in with the people who actually know me. before you make a judgment on me. Because I can promise you this, the strength, the energy, and the vitality of who I am is the strongest that it will ever be than the weak non-existence of who you were never supposed to be in the world as a person. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings that are on the way for me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. I'll send it right back to you. Thank you. May 2026 be a light of change. From your mouth to God's ears, my friend. I love y'all. I value y'all. I embrace y'all. See you real soon. Good night.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We've built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it. Are video games getting...
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing. minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time.